Freedom of press is the right for media to post anything or say anything, to speak out against what they feel is right.
Freedom of the press is the right for media to post anything they feel is correct. It's important so that people can post what they believe in without having any conflict.
Freedom of the press is like so you can post whatever you want on the media and have your own freedom of speech.
The freedom of the press is important because it gives the right to the media to inform the citizens. It also gives people the ability to catch up on current news and events and make sure that everyone is informed of what's going on.
Freedom of the press is the whole idea that reporters and journalists are allowed to say what they want to without, they're like allowed to report on what they want to about the topics that they want to without like the government or officials coming and saying like you can't report on that, like it's secret, or like we don't want everyone else to know about it.
I think freedom of the press is like where journalists, like it's the freedom of journalists to write.
There wasn't any freedom of the press that made us like look back and what happened. We wouldn't be able to have some of the things that we have here.
The picture shows the microphones with guns at the end, forcing him what to say. Otherwise, they will shoot him, because if he doesn't say what they want him to say, then they'll kill him, because they have to get what they want, even if it's biased or not real.
In this picture, the news people don't want the real issues in the world to be shown for some reason, and they literally tie down the people, like the camera people who want the world to see it. They tie them down so they can't.
Yesterday we were talking about fake versus real news stories, websites, social media platforms, and today we're looking at political cartoons and how this applies to what's going on in the world today with Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, and that's where we are.
So I think the freedom of the press is really important because there's a lot of corrupt people in our society that really are trying to hide the truth and suppress the truth, and that the people of the United States and other countries need to know what is really happening in the world.
Well, the freedom of the press is to be able to take your ideas and take it farther than yourself, taking it to the world. So you take it to the news people, you give it to them, and then they tell the world or the people in America. And why it's important to me is because I believe that everyone has its own place in America. It's like kind of like a puzzle, so we're all fit together. So with the freedom of press, we can take our ideas and we can elaborate, we can make projects, we can make the world a better place because we're all connected.
The freedom of the press is basically the right for like different like news teams and just really any citizen of the United States to express how they feel about different topics. It's probably one of the most important things with the Constitution and everything, mostly just because it defines what America is. Because like you see like different countries and everything that don't have freedom of the press, and they can't say how they feel about the government, and no changes can happen with the government. But within the United States, if someone has a complaint about the government or something, representatives could actually listen to those complaints and actually change something, and that's what makes freedom of the press so important.